Four girls, two boys shot during teen party at Raleigh Club. This was published August 13th, 2022. Let's go to Raleigh, North Carolina. Six teenagers were shot early Saturday morning after a fight broke out at a private party at a nightclub in Raleigh. While the whole nation is obsessed about Trump getting his mansion raided by the FBI because he illegally took documents, and yes, while it is a national scandal that is quite unprecedented, what is truly unprecedented in the history of the world is a nation that continues to be so violent, so uncaring to its young, to its citizens, that a mass shooting can happen almost damn near twice a day for an entire year, and nobody bats an eye or blinks an eye, unless it's something truly horrific like what happened in Buffalo, or what happened in Uvalde, or what happened in Illinois on July 4th. Unless it's something truly horrific, these sorts of mass shootings where American children shoot each other and kill each other almost every day in America goes unnoticed and unspoken about, and gets a very short article in some unknown newspaper. I'll continue reading. All of the teenagers, four girls and two boys, are expected to survive their injuries, according to the Raleigh Police Department. While I'm happy that they are expected to survive, nobody ever truly recovers from a gunshot. Being shot is something that you never forget. It's something that requires sometimes permanent treatment, permanent hospitalization, maybe paralyzation. Anything could happen from being shot, and it's never something to take lightly. Raleigh Police Department Public Information Officer Lieutenant Jason Borneo said one of the teens was shot in the arm and the bullet penetrated his lung. He is currently at the hospital being treated, but we do not believe that is life-threatening, Borneo said. Authorities said that gunfire erupted inside Club Dreams after a fight. The fight spilled out into the parking lot of the club and more shots were fired. Some people will say, well, people need guns to protect themselves, but why do we allow so many guns to permeate in America when people are able to so easily reach them and access them when stupid shit like this happens? Stupid people get drunk at the bar and have a fight. And now, because we allow so many guns to flood society, people can settle their disputes with weapons of war, with pistols, with machine guns, with Dracos, with AKs, with 38 revolvers, 9mm, all sorts of stuff. People easily can go to the trunk, pop it, and get it popping in the parking lot. This is unacceptable. Does this happen in Britain? No. Does this happen in Canada? No. Does it happen in third world nations? No. While everybody's upset and getting all high and strung on, Mexico having cartel wars that we fund because Americans love to get high and love to smoke weed and love to do coke and love to do meth. We spend billions of dollars on the drug war by not only policing the drug war, but also purchasing the same drugs. We create the violence that exists in the southern border. And while everybody's upset about that, the rampant violence in American streets, 477 mass shootings in 2022 alone. That's almost 2 a day, maybe a bit more. A mass shooting is when 4 or more people are shot. You might not think that's a big deal, but imagine 4 people in your family all getting shot at one time. Granny, bam. Grandpa, bam. Mama, bam. Papa, bam. 4 people getting shot, laid out, sometimes dying, sometimes not dying. That's a mass shooting, and it happens way too often in America. Borneo said at this time, the Raleigh Police Department have confirmed there was one shooter. Ashley McLean said her 14-year-old son was at the party on Friday night. She said most of the teenagers there were around the same age. The party was to mark the end of summer and the start of the new school year, she was told. I was calling my son's phone. He wasn't answering because his phone had died, McLean said. When I get there, I am seeing all of the police presence, caution tape, all the teenagers running around, and I'm trying to find my son. Eventually, McLean said she spotted her son in the crowd. She was thankful to see he was not hurt. He was upset because he was trying to figure out what was going on, she said. He does know a couple of the kids that were hurt, so he wanted to make sure everybody was safe. Another reason why we need to do something about mass shootings, do something about the guns that continue to flood society, is this 14-year-old boy lived through something so traumatic. He now has to constantly live with this thing in his mind. He has been traumatized that he cannot go out and have fun as a kid in America without worrying about guns and weapons. No other children. In fact, the majority of children around the world don't have to go through what American kids go through with bulletproof backpacks, afraid to be in large crowds, taking drills where you hide under a desk in case a mass active shooter walks into your high school. Most children around the world don't do that, but Americans are so fucking stupid, we think it's normal. We think it's normal that our children have to go to school with an armed teacher, that our children have to go to school through metal detectors and get patted down like they're going into a high government facility. Does not happen anywhere else in the world. In countries that you would think are shit, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But Americans are obsessed with the gun. They love the gun. The gun is their large, big cock that they want to suck on, fillet, put it in their mouths, and hopefully, I hope they blow their brains out, all those Second Amendment people. Fuck them. Anyway, yeah, this kid has trauma. He's been traumatized. But Americans don't care about that. This is the collateral damage to have the Second Amendment right, your God-given right, because Jesus Christ would have had a 9mm and shit, I need one too. Anyway, the party was supposed to be a teen party for those under the age of 21, he said. It's unclear if any adults were monitoring the party. As of Saturday morning, all 6 teens were still in a hospital recovering from their injuries. McLean said her son told her everyone was dancing and having a good time before shots rang out. She said she was nervous about sending her son to the party at Club Dreams, but she tries not to keep her kids sheltered. What can you do in America except let your kids go out to normal stuff? You know, let your kids go to the supermarket and pray they don't get shot. Let your kids go to church and pray they don't get shot. Let your kids go to school. Let your kids go to high school parties. We can't even have high school parties anymore in America, because we love the gun so much. The gun is God, and whatever the gun manufacturers say, the Holy Trinity, Smith and Wesson, and any other manufacturer, none of them come to mind, but fuck all of those companies and fuck anybody who supports those companies. You spend your money buying their bullets, buying their guns, you support that. You support all these children that are killing themselves, shooting each other. Anyway, I still want them to live their life, she said. You don't expect to hear this. Police said they have not identified a possible suspect in the shooting. It was a violent night across the triangle. 11 people were shot on Friday night. In Raleigh, North Carolina, 11 people were shot just on a Friday night. That's unheard of in most major cities across the world. I'm sure if we looked at the news in Madrid, Rome, London, Paris, 11 people were not shot in one night. And Raleigh, North Carolina, no offense, is a minor level city in the US. I don't even think it has 1 million people. If it does, so what? In cities of 20 million people like Istanbul, Turkey, 11 people were not shot in one fucking night. America is Pakistan. America is Somalia. America is South Sudan. America is a third world nation. Literally 11 people shot in one night in one minor city in the US. That's fucking crazy. Gun violence has been steadily rising across the country and state. According to the National Gun Violence Archive, a database that tracks shootings across the U.S., the number of homicides and unintentional shootings has risen by more than 7% this year compared to last year. More teenagers ages 12 to 17 are becoming injured in these shootings, the data shows. And that's the end of the article, because nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm going to title this video? Nobody will give a fuck about this video. Nobody will care. 6 kids, teenagers, get shot and shoot each other. And the title of this video is Nobody Will Care. My name is Simon Hill. Thank you for watching.